thing, so I didn't want to do it just on like Instagram. Hi from California. What's up, Elizabeth? ¿Cómo estás? Mandy, how are you? What's your name? Santia? What's up, girl? How are you? Yeah, we were banned for a little. Joanna, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm just glad that I got my TikTok live account back. Terry, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I was suspended for the past 10 days. Miriam, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Yeah, I was suspended off TikTok live for the past 10 days. So that's why you forgot about us last week. So I was banned on the TikTok live. Bells Beauty, ¿cómo estás? Rosy, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, I was banned over on TikTok live. And so that's why I was like, because I said, you know that online website where girls make a side income? Judith, ¿cómo estás? How are you? And Mama, ¿cómo estás? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Rosalia, ¿cómo estás? How are you? You're so funny, right? Like, you know that website where you guys can make, some girls make a side income? I said the name, and TikTok thought that I was trying to sell. Yes, Elizabeth. Uh, TikTok thought I was trying to sell those type of activities because you can't say it. If you say it, they freaking ban you. I found that out. What's up, Moon? ¿Cómo estás? Corona, ¿cómo estás? Teresa, how are you? Cloinda? Polished? What's up, girl? Showing love from Chicago. What's up, Dre? How are you? Wickedness. Oh, yeah, I said it while I was doing a TikTok live, and they suspended me for 10 days. This shit is wild. Like, they clearly didn't pick up where I said, just joking. AG, what's up? But why were you put on timeout? Just because of TikTok? Yes, I was on TikTok. I was 10-day suspension on TikTok live, and so I didn't want to. What's it called? I didn't want to do the live without TikTok because, I mean, people ask questions on both sides. Cruzita, how are you? Hi, babes. What's up, Jessica? ¿Cómo estás? Ambar, how are you? And so I wanted to wait until I got the TikTok live back. Until Veronica, what joke was it? But why us IG? Hey, I gotta show love, and it gave me a chance to catch up too on my work. What joke was it? So you know the account where the website where some people makes a side income, especially women. I said it while I was doing a live because I was promoting my site. Ada, how are you? I follow you on Instagram. What's up, Elizabeth? So I was promoting my site, Naughty Science, right? So yeah, the blue page, absolutely. I was promoting my site, Naughty Science, and somebody asked me because if you go and sign up for Naughty Science right now, the website, you'll get a discount code as soon as like a few days before it's gonna go live, right? And so someone was like, "Are you charging us to subscribe to your website?" And I said, "No, I only charge for that site." Joking around, I don't have one. And I was like, "I'm just joking, I don't have one, but go sign up for the website." And then a few seconds later, hi, how was your evening? What's up? How are you guys doing? I'm doing great. Lola, what's up? I need advice. Mama Butt, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Hi from Tucson. Lulu, what's up, girl? Thank you for the gifts, Ada. I appreciate you. Yeah, TikTok is really on some people's stuff right now. That's all I said too. So if you guys haven't signed up for my Naughty Science TikTok, Naughty Science, not the other page, go sign up. You're gonna get a discount code right before the website goes live, which goes live May 1st. And Naughty Science is all about experiments. Okay, all about experiments. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, it's adult tools, if that makes sense. Okay, a little bit of restraint action, a little bit of like toy action, right? At TikTok. That's what that's gonna be. So if that's something to spice up your guys' life, wait, you're not on Telegram anymore? Yes, I'm still on Telegram. Shout out to the Telegram ladies. Link is in the bio if you guys want to join the Telegram. So like, but Naughty Science is not. It's an online tool site. Hey, from Chicago. What's up, Natalie? ¿Cómo estás? It's not like a WeChat type of site or the Blue Page type of site. It's not that at all. I tried joining and it kept saying it was expired. You kept trying to join what? Is my phone? Is someone calling me? Oh, okay. Where? So the Naughty Science, you tried joining and it said it was expired. Telegram. Let me check the link. Let me check the link because it shouldn't be expired. The one that's in my bio should be the link. I'll double check it though. Hapster, ¿cómo estás? How are you? But we're going to answer some of the questions because I still have some of the questions left And I know you guys like answering, or you guys like it when I answer those questions. So I have a question: why does a man not moan when we F? Um, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why some people will stay quiet when you're being intimate, right? You should give your person some sort of feedback, because I need a girl who moaning too. Like, I don't want no girl that's just gonna lay there and just breathe heavy. Like, I need a girl that like even talks to me, says some things. You know what I mean? While getting AZs in my feed tonight. What's up, Bianca? Um, but fellas, if you're in here, I know there's a bunch of guys in here too. Moan. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. She's gonna love it, and it's even gonna make it drizzle a little bit more, right? I love it when a guy moans. Absolutely, I love it when a girl moans. You're back on live. Yes, we're finally back. Not banned anymore. Hey, chulo, what's up? Genesis, ¿cómo estás? He was there. Hey, Edgar. Oh, hold on. Somebody else asked the question too. I'm not trying to ignore your question. Hold on. Let me go back up. If you met someone and finally met in person a month later, and they barely speak after meeting, what does it mean? If they barely speak after meeting, like if you guys met and now his communication, his vibe changed. Molly, ¿cómo estás? How are you? If their vibe changed after meeting up, I don't think they're vibing with you, because now they're just like, oh shit, maybe I'm not really into this person. Pay attention to the action. Like, if they were great all up into the meeting, and then it didn't go the way, like afterwards they change, it's definitely something happened afterwards. I seen you at Westgate on Saturday. You should have said what's up. I was there with my little brother. I was there with Joel. We were just there having a good time. If you guys see me, shout out to the people who did say hi. Okay. And also I got a DM too saying something like, I wanted to say hi to you at Lola, because we were at Lola's and then we were over at Salt too. Hey y'all, what's up, D? Thank you for that. Absolutely. So remember, if you're talking to somebody and you guys meet and their vibe changes, something changed. Something is different now. Let me actually change the song, because I think it's playing Locked Up over and over. I was playing Locked Up because your boy was locked up. Let me turn it off, because I'm going to start answering these questions too. And I don't want to. IG is super sensitive about music. Maisa, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Hey, y'all. Hola, Vanessa, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing? But yeah, also, if you guys see me out, say what's up. Your boy out there, he's a normal human being. Also, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be at Salt May 3rd for what's his name's he's hosting it. Your boy Joey, I think that's his name. He's the radio guy. So I'm gonna be at Salt May 3rd for this like Cinco de Mayo type of vibes. So if you're in Arizona, swing by. Your boy gonna be there. I might be asking some questions too. So what's up? I knew I wasn't tripping about it, but I knew that was his vibe. Joel, hey, what's up, bro? We repping, dog. We repping. If you guys haven't followed the Golden Goat, and then also today we had a podcast episode. The podcast episode was like topics guys really don't talk about. So Joel and we sat down and we talked about these, these topics, and the podcast is doing really well. So shout out to Joel for jumping on. We had a great conversation, great feedback on the podcast. It came out today, so hopefully you guys can share it to other guys. That's what we want. We want other guys to feel like they can like join in to these lives, listen to the podcast, and get some value from it. Yo, from Chicago, what's up, V Vasquez? Great episode. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, Arms. Hi, handsome. What's up, Dolores? ¿Cómo estás? I knew I wasn't tripping about it, but I knew that was the vibe. Yes, always pay attention to somebody's actions. Marisol, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Also, just a heads up, I am on live on TikTok and IG, because sometimes they message me. They're like, "Who were you? Like, we didn't see those questions." I'm live on both. Okay, that's the cool thing about this, is that I can go live on both. So I'm gonna answer the rest of the questions, because we still have some questions left. What's the podcast again? Hold on, let me post it. So Uncomfortable Convos. Link is in the bio. Definitely check it out. Every Monday is a new episode, and then today's episode was topics guys really don't talk about, and I'm hoping a lot more guys listen to that podcast episode. That way they can get they can feel it's normal to talk about some of these things with their boys too. You know what I mean? And their friends and their girl, especially their partner. because I think that's where some people struggle is they struggle talking to their partner. Most importantly, your skin looking hydrated. We back on. We're back on that skincare routine. Okay, does the lives get recorded so we can go back to it? Yes, absolutely. Anytime I do the questions live, those are the only ones that get recorded. Uh, did you see the viral video of a husband getting down in the parking lot with a coworker? No, send it to me. Send it to me in the DMs. Uh, so why would I not hear from him for a day or two? We just started talking again. No, if there's that pause somewhere, there's something happened. Maybe they started messaging somebody else. Like if you're really into somebody, you're talking to them almost every day. Welcome back, handsome. Your gorgeous smile was missed. Gracias, Regina. I appreciate you. TikTok found out who they were and exposed the workplace where they work and address. See, Olis, Candy, ¿cómo estás? I want to see that. See, the thing is, now it's hard to hide things because there's cameras everywhere. There's ring cameras. There's all sorts of cameras. You're going to get caught somehow. Now you have to be even more careful. Like it's only a matter. That's why I always say it's only a matter of time. Jesse, ¿cómo estás? What does it mean when a guy said that he misses you but doesn't want anything to do with the oh no. That guy is giving you the bare minimum, girl. Bare minimum to keep you around. He's clearly telling you he doesn't want to be in a relationship, but he's going to give you like what you want to hear. And people post everything on social media. Yup. Juliet, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Right, I won't mess with him. He keeps asking. Also, if you vine a ver a mi hombre. Hey, ¿cómo estás, Raimunda? ¿Cómo estás? If you want to catch people cheating, go to parks. That is like one of the number one spots people go to. Hi from Tucson, Carmen, ¿cómo estás? To cheat. I love what you're doing here. Everyone's perspective and experiences I thought I went through is very helpful. I learned a lot too. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. See, it's messages like that that make me appreciate more what I do here. Yeah, we get fun. We talk about the kinky stuff, the spicy stuff, the ex stuff, the relationship. Look, we talk a little bit about everything, but the most important, like where I get the most fulfillment is when people are being helped, with the content, whether it's being more freaky with your partner, opening up with your partner, talking to your partner, finally leaving your partner, finally realizing, hey, it's not working out with this person. Like I need to dip, I dropped the guy who says he thinks about me but doesn't want a relationship with me. Yeah, we got to dump that dude. Okay. I would not be with somebody, oh, I miss you, but I don't want to be in a relationship. Nah, bye. Miss Nancy, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Haven't seen you in I've been banned on TikTok live for a little bit. So, you know what I mean? Like freaking TikTok banned me for saying something I guess you can't say. But anyways, we're going to get into the rest of the questions because there is a few questions that are left. Yes, are you answering questions? Yes. All right. Make sure it's recording. That way I can post this one. All right, let's get into it. What is the best thing to say to make a guy understand I'm not interested in him? Sometimes telling men I have a BF is the only way to get them to leave me alone, but I don't want to lie. And I have a hard time being mean and I just say F off, even though I kind of want to. You got to be straight up with guys. No beating around the bush, none of that. Because you can be the nicest to them and they might get mad just because you denied them, So you have to be straight up blunt with them and how they take it. If they think you're a bad person because of it, oh well, right? Like they're gonna think regardless what they want to think. So, like I said, just tell them straight up that you're not interested. Like maybe one day, maybe not, right? But be like, hey, I just don't want to block you. I don't want to do none of that. I think you're a cool person. I just don't want nothing like that. You got to be straight up with some guys because if you lightly tell them, some guys think it means, hey, try harder, So unless you want him to try harder, but if you clearly told him and he still continues to do what he's doing, maybe blocking him, maybe like actually going through and blocking him or, just ghosting them. Because yeah, I say not to ghost people, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Because if you clearly told them what was up and they didn't listen, like you might have to just ghost them, right? I would rather be told straight up instead of being like dragged along. Don't tell me nicely. If you're not interested, just tell me you're not interested. Like we're grown adults right now. Like let's just keep it moving, right? Like we don't need to be, oh, like you're super cool. You just right now, I'm focusing on, just be like, hey, I'm just not interested right now. Straight up. I'd be like, hey, respect that. So that's all you got to do. Because again, some guys will think that it means try harder. Okay. And unless you want him to try harder. All right. Next question. Met through social or mutual friends. We talking mutual. He would love up my social media. Random time he sent a deep pic. I ignored it. I said goodnight. Continued on the convo as they went by. He sends another one. I reply an emoji, and then he showed his D fully. He asked for a nude. I declined. Sent another deep pic. Now ignore me. Girl, after the first deep pic, that was a red flag right there. An unsolicited D-pic, instant, you should be out. Because if he didn't even have the decency to send you, hey, I would love, like, there's, when you're flirting with somebody and things are happening, maybe she's gonna be like, yo, let me check it out. Unless she says, hey, yo, let me check it out, don't be sending them. Like unless it's requested by the lady, do not send them. And if a guy sends you one, and if you want to put him in his place, be like, damn, I think it's smaller than I thought. And it's gonna crush him inside. He's never gonna send a D pic to nobody else. Okay. But that should be the first red flag. If you guys are just in the talking stage, because clearly he's just interested in that. So he's instantly trying to take it there. He's instantly, yo, look what I got. I'm trying to give this to you. That's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to get to know you. He's trying to slide that thing in you. That's what he's trying to do. He's checking the temperature. That's what he's doing. He's like, hey, yo, I got this. What's up? You need it? Like, I got it. It's available. You free Friday? What's up? No. So if they send you one out of nowhere, okay, that's blocking material right there. How was your neck tattoo? Oh, I need to go get it finished, but I got it, pretty nice. You know what I mean? It needs to be licked. I mean, just joking. What's a turn off unless we're already there? Yeah, unless you guys are flirting back and forth, that shouldn't be sent. You shouldn't just be like, yo, let me send her a quick D pic real quick. You know what I mean? Because I got sent a D pic by a dude thinking that for some reason I'm straight, right? Love women. Never crossed my mind to ever hook up with a dude, right? And a dude sent me D pics. I don't know if he thought I was gonna be like, holy shit, hell yeah, I need you. You know what I mean? Like that was not gonna happen. I got it and I felt disrespected. I felt angry. I felt confused. I didn't open the DM. That's for sure. Cause I just did. I was just confused. Like the random D pic to another guy. Right. It was just weird to me. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's get into the next question. That's exactly how women feel. That's what I'm saying. Like next time a guy sends you a D pic, all you gotta do, be like, yo, I didn't realize it was that small. Guarantee you he never sends you a D pic ever again. All right. I have a sneak right now. He likes to pull out, then he's ready to go right away, and then the second time he finishes inside me. Most guys I've been with tap out after the first one. Is it common to go back to back like that? Hold on. First of all, girl, slow your roll. This man is a sneaky link. Okay. Sneaky link. Repeat after me. Sneaky link. Why are you letting that man finish inside of you? Are you looking to be pregnant by this man? Do you have the IUD? Are you on birth control? Like, what's going on here? Like, first of all, because that's what caught me off guard. First, you said he pulls out. The second time around, he finishes inside of you. Okay, Is he rapping it at least or something? What are we doing here? That's my first concern. um, and can some guys go back to back? Absolutely. You know, I think it totally depends on the guy, because for some reason, sometimes it depends. I think how much they're turned on, because I've been to the point where like, boom, you finish and then you're good to go right away, right? And then you're going again, and then guess what? You go again, right? But then there's sometimes where you go and you finish, and then I'm just like, yo, give me a little bit. Like, I need to recover over here. Like, it's not ready to go right now. So it just totally depends on the guy and what's going on. Because yes, I've been there where it's just like back to back. And I've done it before. And there's also times where you finish once and you're just like, yo, let me chill for a little bit. let your boy recover. Cause you know he's a little he's a little limpy right now. Okay, let him get the blood flowing again. Cause it's a little different than girls. Girls, I'm sure you guys can keep going back to back to back as long as you guys are turned on, right? Sometimes it's a little difficult for guys to go back to back to back. Okay, have I done it? Yes. Have I also been in a situation where you finish and you're just like, yo, let me chill for a little bit? Yeah. So it's a little bit of both. It doesn't really mean that he is in love with you. It just could mean that he was super turned on that time to the point where it just stayed pretty hard, right? And he was able to go again. And that's happened. So it just totally depends on the person. So next question. My situationship and I have been going on for 10 years. I enjoy S with him, but I've only orgasmed 4 times with him in those 10 years. Why is that, girl? If you don't leave that man. 10 years. Make the math make sense. 10 years. Okay, hold on. Let me get my phone. Okay, 10 years. We're gonna do some where's my calculator? 365 days. I understand. That's that was the easiest math. Okay, I just had a little dumb moment. Okay, anyways, 3,650 days. That was the easiest math, but I just realized that afterwards. 4 times. 4 times. 3,650 days, and you only have finished 4 times. Okay, divided by 4. So you've got like say it was evenly 912 days, and then you finish 912 days, and then you finish again, girl. That is some fucked up math, if you ask me. Okay. Did they say it was they said it was a sneaky link? Like, if this man has only made you finish 4 times, okay, that's a no. Find a different one. There's a guy that every time you guys hook up, he's gonna probably make you finish. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely. And why would you put yourself through that? Like, as a lady, as a woman, why do you guys? I'm asking you guys in the chat right now. Why do you guys stay with somebody for a long time when they don't let you finish? Or like they don't get you to that point. Why do you stay? Like, that's my question to you guys. I would never stay, because there's people who stay. Does he make a lot of money? I finished 4 times each round. She caught feelings for him, and I haven't, so I would like to know. While I would walk away, they are selfish. Shouldn't be a sneaky link. I wouldn't. I don't think I could even fall in love. I mean, everybody says that right now, but maybe it's different when you're in it. Maybe she did catch feelings for him, right? Because I just don't see why she would keep going back to this dude who doesn't get her to the point. Like, there's plenty of other dudes out there that are gonna get her to that point. Plenty of other dudes. But she's with this dude that doesn't get her there. 10 years. Again, 10 years she's been with this dude, or like sneaky links, and she's only finished 1, 2, 3. I can count it on one hand, girl. Okay? One hand. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Move on. Next question. Anonymous, please. As you wish. It always seems like I'm good enough to F and keep as a friends with benefits, but not good enough to date. I just don't get it. I'm the good luck Chuck. They always seem to settle down after me. Girl, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, girl. I feel you on that one. but I think it's just not our time. I think maybe I've talked about this before. If you maybe you're hooking up with them a little too soon, maybe make them wait a little bit more, because maybe that's the problem. You're hooking up with them too soon, and all of a sudden they get what they need, and then they dip out, right? So, and I've also felt like that too. Okay, I've also felt like, hey, like maybe there's something wrong with me because people get with me, and then all of a sudden like it doesn't work out, but it feels like with the next person they get with, it works out with them. You know, trust me, I felt like that too. But at the end of the day, you have to remember there's nothing wrong with us. It was just not meant to be. Okay. Maybe we just haven't found the right one for us. So let's not blame ourselves. I've been trying to do that. I don't blame myself. They're just not the right one. The right one eventually will come along. Right. And then you're just going to be like, holy shit, this is great. So there's nothing wrong with us. It's not the right one. If you're hooking up with them too fast, make them wait a little bit longer. You know, actually see if they're for you. Okay, that's one option you can do is just wait a little. Don't give it up right away. Okay, no need to give it up right away. And if you've been in bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship, let's learn to be single for a little while. Okay, and some of you guys know that I'm talking to you. Okay, some of you guys don't know how to be single. You guys jump from relationship to relationship, and instead of just taking, hey, let me take 6 months off. Let me take a year off. Let me do something other than being in a relationship. Okay, let's do that. If you currently left a relationship, take 6 months to a year off and just focus on you. Focus on your career. Focus on a side hustle. You know, maybe there's something that you wanted to do, you know, that you haven't been able to do. Focus on that for a little while, right? Okay. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just not our time. All right. Next question. Sometimes I feel like I'm the whole lot more trouble than freaky girls who usually pop in on here. I like slapping, choking. Is it cute? It's cute and all. But how do I find and connect with the guys who like to me with their and all? Hold on. Am I reading this correctly? Like she likes hold on. Sometimes I feel like I'm a whole lot more trouble than freaky girls who usually pop in on here. A little slapping, a little choking is cute and all, but how do I find a guy and connect with guys who like to me with their and all that? I think you might like certain things in your little clam there, and that I don't know. To be 100% honest, I don't know. And you might want to join Reddit. You know, I've heard that's a great place to like take on these requests or meet up with people. And also, girl, you have to be careful. Like, imagine like you slide one of those things in there and it's like click, boom, right? Like, huge mess. Huge mess, by the way. And sticking foreign objects and random things in there that are not sanitized, not clean, you're just asking for some sort of infection, for some, like, to catch something, okay? Did she literally mean that? Well, she put this, and we all know what that is, but then she said she wants somebody with a thing, a pew-pew, you know? Because if she meant a guy's thing, why wouldn't she put the eggplant? You know what I mean? Like, if she meant the eggplant, she would have put the eggplant. But she put the water, pew pew. So anyways, putting foreign objects in your body, just be very careful, Okay, there's some weird shit out there, and I know because people have told me on Reddit that there are some people who take even I was about to say it, almost got freaking banned again. Even on this online site where people made a side income, they take requests to put different things in there. Not for me, dog. Bottles. This girl obviously wants a pew pew. That's a no for me, dog. All right, next question. How long should I wait to be intimate with when dating because I want a real relationship, not a sneaky link? Now, this totally depends on you. You know, because at the end of the day, you're an adult, they're an adult. You're gonna do you make your own decisions. I've hooked up with an ex first date. We dated for a year and a half, almost 2 years, right? And it wasn't because we didn't separate because we hooked up on the first date. Like it wasn't that. It just other things. You get to know somebody, and we just really weren't meant for each other. So, how long should you wait? Just trust your gut feeling because your gut feeling is gonna tell you, hey, like maybe I should make this person wait. You know, if you've had bad experiences in the past where you've hooked up with them too soon and then they ended up dipping out, maybe waiting a little bit longer to see if they're actually like there for you, because somebody who actually likes you is there to get to know you. They're willing to wait a little bit longer. They ain't gonna wait forever. I'll tell you that right now. They ain't gonna wait forever. But they're willing to wait a lot longer to be intimate with you, because they're trying to get to know you. They're trying to get you to like them, right? But at the same time, some guys play the long game and they will stick around until you give it to them and then dip out. You know, there's been the TikToks like, oh, he pursued me for 6-8 months and then all of a sudden we hooked up and he dipped out. It happens. Like this is all like when you meet somebody and you start talking to them, it's a whole lot of faith going on. It's a whole lot of faith things are going to work out. This is the right person for you because trust me, some people just aren't, there for commitment. So I did a whole podcast episode, like, people struggling with commitment and things like that too. So definitely check that out. Way off topic, but can I ask a crazy question? Yes, I was about to get into another question right now, but Queen Vanessa Marie, I'm going to wait for you to ask your crazy question. Okay. Just because I saw it in the chat, I was about to move on. So since I caught your question, go ahead and ask, what are your expectations on a relationship at your current age and situation? Great communication, has to be spicy, has to be busy with something, meaning like if they're heavy into working out, have a career or something like that, because I don't want them to be reliant on me for their entertainment, meaning like I'm not gonna be there or be available for you at all times, if that makes sense. I would rather, hey, I'm gonna go work out because I'm cool, I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna do this, hey, I'm gonna do this, because I have to go do this, their career and stuff like that. So I want somebody who's also busy, so they're not reliant on me at all times. Like somebody who has nothing to do. I'm sure you guys dated guys who like had a part-time job or no job, right? They had way too much time and they wanted to always see you, okay? They always wanted to see you. They always wanted to come over. They always like, oh, how come you don't make time for me, Not me. Like if I feel like I'm being smothered by you, I'm out. Because I like the attention. I like being with whoever I'm with, but too much of it, I'm just like, why ain't you got shit to do? Like I got a lot of shit to do. Like, why don't you got shit to do? And that should be something for you guys too as well. If a guy has way too much time, why does he have so much time? Because somebody has a career, has a lot of things going on, guess what? Yes, they're gonna make time for you. Yes, I'll make time for my person, but I'm not gonna like I don't have all day for you, So people look at me sideways. I'm not your happiness. Exactly. How old is he? I'm 36 years old. Hold on. Did she ever ask her a question? I'm about to move on. I was waiting for her question. I wasn't gonna ask anything. Oh, I don't think she's gonna ask. I'm single because I never have time. Mom life. Yes, I did. All right, I'm gonna get into the next question. My partner of 12 years had an affair with a girl who is 11 years younger than him and had the audacity to say I was boring when it came to the S. But yet he never wanted to keep it spicy. He only ever wanted it one way. Why would he tell her otherwise but then try to come right back to me? Because, girl, guess what? He gonna put the blame on you. He gonna put the blame on you because there's nothing. He's not gonna be like, oh, I would just not into you. He's what they call shifting the blame. Okay, that's what they call it. Shifting the blame. He's not gonna blame himself. So clearly he's gonna blame you and say it was because of you. And you're telling me your side of the story, which is he never wanted to do any other position. He never kept it spicy. He never did none of that. So that's why like it gets a little difficult because, and you always got to get both sides of the story. She's the girl he's hooking up with is gonna believe him, obviously, right? It'd be like, oh shit, this is why he's here because his wife, his girlfriend, or whatever is not giving it up to him when clearly he's the one that was not being spicy anymore. And that's why it's important to not let your person, whoever you're with, let that spiciness fade. We talked about it in today's podcast episode. You know, like you should not let that spiciness fade. And ladies, if you feel like it's starting to fade, the first day you feel it's starting to fade, bring it up. If you guys do it 6 days a week and all of a sudden you guys did it 4, bring it up. Be like, yo, why did we do it 4? So what's up? You don't like me or what's going on here? Because now the guy's gonna be like, because if you let it slide and be like, okay, we were doing it 6 days, but she's cool with 4 days. Oh, she's cool with 3 days. Oh, she's cool with once a week. Oh, she don't even need it every week. She's cool with like once every 2 weeks. You see how like it starts, because some guys are like that. But then later on, 2 years, 3 years down the road, you're like, hey, how come this is a problem? You're going to be like, girl, we went like 2-3 years doing it this way, and now it's a problem? So, no. You need to bring it up. As soon as things start changing or they're not trying to be intimate with you anymore, like doing those things anymore, bring it up. Make it an issue. Okay, because if you don't have that argument, that's a valid argument to have with your person. Why he's not being intimate with you. Because if it's a little problem right now, guess what? It's going to be a huge problem later on. I'll tell you that right now. And if they're vanilla right now and you don't coach them, and you don't teach them, you don't show them things that you like, they're going to be vanilla 5 years down the road. Because I've gotten those questions too. Be like, 5 years later, he's still vanilla. You should have told him. Stop trying to be nice and be like, oh, this is amazing. When clearly you're in your head, you're like, I need him to fuck me up a little bit more. Okay? That's not going to slide. So you need to bring it up right away. And the moment you feel spiciness slightly fading, bring that shit up. Correct its course right away, girl. Okay? And guys should be the same way too. Guys should be the same way too. Don't be afraid to have that, because that's how it goes. I've experienced it. Guys get comfortable. They lose attraction to the person. Like they just get comfortable. And so it turns into 6 days a week or 7. And then all of a sudden 5, 4, 3, 2, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. You know, it starts getting less and less because they get comfortable. And if you don't bring it up, if you assume he's going to fix himself later on down the road, girl, come on. You think out of nowhere he's just going to be like, oh, shit, let me fix this right now. No, he's just going to be like, oh, she's cool with it. She don't mind it. No. Bring that up. Make it a problem. Next question. I'm married and it's been months and I don't have S with my husband. S always been dull and I've asked divorce many times. My LDR ex recently reached out to me and we met. We didn't, and we ended up having S. It was the best S of my life. We both match on the same level of freak now. He want me to move in with him. See, you see what happens when you're not intimate with your person, when you let it fade. Now you get to the point, obviously you shouldn't be cheating, but what's LDR? Long distance relationship. Now it got to the point where she wanted to step out because she's clearly not getting the attention that she needs at home, the intimacy that she needs at home, and so she stepped out, especially with an ex, which is comfortable, it's familiar. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is comfortable, it's familiar. he doesn't need to try to court her. That's why X is gets very complicated, right? But that's why, like I was talking about, you shouldn't let intimacy fade because it'll lead to this, you know. And if it gets to the point where S is just dull, it's boring, it's affecting your relationship. First of all, okay, maybe having the conversation with him, and if he doesn't fix his ways, dip out. Because now, guess what? Now you don't have to sneak around and hook up with somebody, right? And if you get caught, then guess what? Now you're gonna look bad because they're like, oh, she was stepping out, she was cheating. You see, like, it just starts slowly getting out of control. When you could have just been like, yo, this ain't it. You're not gonna fix it. Your boy or your girl out. You know, compared to having to resort to stepping out of the relationship. You know, I get it. Totally understand. Doesn't make it right. I totally get it though. What got you to that point? But that's why I'm trying to help everybody right now avoid getting to that point. Avoid getting to the point where you feel you need to step out. Would I ever get to that point ever again? No. Have I been to that point where I wanted to step out? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not going to act like I'm not perfect, you know? And then I even emotionally cheated on my ex too, you know? So that's why, like, because it feels good. When you're not getting this attention, you're not getting this type of flirtiness from your person, and then someone comes along and starts flirting with you, that shit feels nice. When they start telling you, oh, like some sexy things, that shit feels nice. Getting that feeling wanted by somebody and you're not getting it at home, that shit feels nice. So that's what I'm saying. Talk to your person. And if you left your person and you need somebody for science to help you get over, to help you on your healing journey, I am available and I will help you through your healing journey. You know, because you know how they say to get over them, you get under them. I do well underneath. So let me know for science. Naughty Science, May 1st. Link is in the bio. Next question. My friends with benefits said, I love you. I'm his girl BF while drunk multiple times. Called me recently to pick him up on a weeknight drunk. He's telling me what type of girl he's looking for and he's dating others, but rejects them all. He's wanting to do a weekend trip with me. I've shopped with him too. What does he want? Girl. Clearly a lot of things. He's only telling you that he loves you when you guys are being intimate and he's drunk, girl. Pay attention to that. Does he call you a dirty little sucia or insert other words there when you guys are hooking up? Why don't you consider yourself a dirty little sucia, huh? You know what I mean? Some girls like to be disrespected like that. And I'm not saying it's bad, but you're only paying attention to the I love you part. What about, hey, he called you a this word too, a little this word too. Like he said all this stuff. How come you don't think he thinks of you like that now, huh? But I think the most important is that you guys need to have a conversation. Huge, you know, this is the really important part. Sober, not drunk, because drunk he's gonna tell you all sorts of stuff, you know. But sober is. If he can't tell you sober, he don't love you, girl. Okay, because he should be able to communicate those same things that he tells you when he's hooking up with you and you guys are drunk. He should be able to tell you the same things sober while not being intimate. Because when you guys are being intimate, guess what? You guys be doing, like, you say some shit that you don't mean. It happens. Things slip. Okay, I'm trying to slip in you. So if you're in the Arizona area. Next question. All right. Okay, so my man thinks it's not a problem with him having a group chat with his cousins and all they do is send videos of half-naked women. Girl, see, this is what you got to do. Start a group chat of your own. Okay? Group chat of your own. And then guess what? You're going to invite other girls that are going through these similar issues, right? Their men is liking other people's photos. They're over there commenting on other girls' photos. Guess what you guys are going to do? You guys are going to have a whole group chat sending videos of each other, like other guys. Okay? Other guys be like, oh, this guy is cute. Be like, hey, it's okay. He can do it. They can do it. So it's okay. And if they get mad, be like, well, hold on. You can do it, but I can't do it. Double standard much? And if you need, like, if you want me to say some like sucia stuff to you, personalized. Like for example, I'll take Margarita. She commented right there. I'd be like, "What's up, Margarita? I'm trying to slide in you, girl. What's up?" Like, I'll send you a voice memo, girl, if you need it. Okay, make him jealous, and be like, "Oh, dude, hey, this guy, he's over here. He's trying to slide it in. So what's up? Like, you're not trying to do it." So no, but most importantly, you need to have a conversation with him and tell him that, hey, that's not cool. And if he continues to do it, be like, all right, cool. If you can do it, I'm gonna do it too. And I don't want you to be complaining when I do it. Because some guys, it's funny because that is such a huge double standard. It's okay if they do it, but it's not okay if, and I don't, so group chats are fun. Meaning, like, if you have a group chat with your boys and stuff, sometimes there's people who are single in there, as long as your guy is respecting you and not partaking in sending stuff, watching the stuff, because you can't control how somebody who's single is gonna act. Like, say I'm in a group chat, right? And I'm like, yo, this girl baddie, but there's people who are married in there. It's not their fault. That's my fault for sending it in there. And I should also have a little bit more respect for the people in the group chat, right? But sometimes, like, that's just how boys are. Like, when girls get together, girls' night, I'm sure some girls be talking about some dude, how hot he is. Oh, girl, let me see him. Oh, yeah, he pretty cute. Same thing happen with guys too, right? Like, hey, yo, look at this girl I'm talking to. She a baddie. Oh, shit, let me see her. Damn, she is a baddie, right? And stuff like that. Like, it happens. That's like boy talk. That's the girl talk, okay? But if he's partaking and sending stuff too, watching, okay, that's a whole different dilemma there, right? So, like, if he's partaking in that, that's a no. But if you clearly brought it up to him and he continues to do it and doesn't care about your feelings, girl, you need to pay attention to that. He clearly does not give a shit what you think about it, because he continues to partake. And that's where it starts. It starts by just watching something, following a girl, liking their post, checking their temperature by sending them a message. Hey, like, him trauma dumping. Hey, my wife is horrible, when clearly you're not. You know what I mean? And then they meet up just to talk. It slips in. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. It starts somewhere. All right, next question. Sneakily and I have been meeting up once and twice a month. He lives over an hour away, so we agreed to meet halfway. Keep it S only. Last month he drove 4 a.m. to my side and has been asking to see me more. Calls a lot and makes more effort to be with me longer. S is phenomenal, but is he catching feelings? Why? It kind of does sound like he's catching feelings, because clearly you're paying attention to his actions, and he's wanting to see you more. He's wanting to hang out with you more. He's driving all the way to you. No more halfway meeting. So what you should do is just have the conversation with him. Like, if you're interested in him, having a relationship with him, talk about it, right? If you're not interested in having a relationship with him, then guess what, girl? You might need to cut this dude off, because he's only gonna catch more and more feelings towards you. And then the moment you start, if he sees you out talking to somebody else, then guess what? He gonna get mad. He's gonna treat it like you're cheating on him, And so that's why you need to have a conversation with him. Be like, yo, what's up? Like, I feel like, are you looking for something more with me, or like, what do you like? What is going on here? Because I feel like you do a little bit more. You're putting in more effort. You're trying to see me more. And if you're on the same page as him, tell him you're on the same page. And then who knows? It might blossom into a beautiful relationship. Or if you're not on the same page as him, it's time to cut him off, because it's only gonna get worse. If he's catching feelings and you're not catching feelings, guess what? Might be time to find a new sneak link. So, what's on your hat? So it's a goat. Shout out to my boy Joel, the one I did a podcast with him. It's his brand, Golden Goat. Definitely go follow him on IG. He sells. He's a power lifter. He sells a lot of like gym. This is his brand, Golden Goat. He has shirts. He has hats. He has all sorts of stuff. Definitely go check him out. He's over on IG. I don't know if he has a TikTok for the Golden Goat, but I know he does have an IG. So, Joanna, ¿cómo estás? All right, hold on. See, we still got some questions. I guess I still got some questions over here. What would you think? What would you think? My BF went to dinner after a work thing, but didn't mention to me at all. I found out because I found 3 pics, 1 selfie of them, one of their drinks, and one of them a Mr. and Mrs. Claus. He says more coworkers went, but pic of the drinks was just theirs. And can you see why they were sitting at the bar? What? What would you think? My BF went to dinner after a work thing, but didn't mention to me at all. I found out because I found three pics, 1 selfie of him, one of their drinks, one of them, and Mr. and Mrs. Claus. He says more coworkers went, but the pic of their drinks was just theirs, and you can see that they were sitting at oof. Of course he's gonna say that he went with coworkers. He might have went with 1 coworker. That's what I think happened. I think he might have went with 1 coworker, and because the evidence is there, right? You only see their drinks. You don't see. Usually, when you go to coworker events, you're telling you show a reel, you post it on your IG, hanging out with the work fam, or like get something from it, right? And if it was just a work thing, how hard is it to be like, hey, babe, we're all gonna go get some drinks over here. I'm going with the work squad, whatever he wants to say. I'll be texting you. Like, how difficult was that message? And now you would have been like, oh, cool, he's gonna go hang out with his work crew. But he didn't tell you. The drinks don't match up. It's all giving red flag vibes. I personally think, based off the information you gave me, is that he went with a coworker. Because usually when people cheat is somebody they work with because they spend a lot of time with, or he just said that because he went to go meet with his side piece too as well. Because there was I went live with somebody. I forgot the full story, but something that stood out, reminded me of this, was that she would go, he would say that he was going to work, and he told her he worked these days, right? So one day she decided to go in. I can't remember. She said she was taking him lunch or something. Like she took him something, and he was like, hey, we're so-and-so. And they're like, today's his day off. And then she found out where he was at, and it was at the side piece's house. He was using that, he was working that day as an excuse to go and hang out with this chick. So he could also be saying like, we went out as, everybody at work went out to go get drinks, but he went and met up with the side piece, And then that's also a good way to, an easy cop out being like, hey, she's a coworker, everybody else left. Like some guys may be able to think on their feet very quickly, and then now you're just like, is it? Like, that's kind of weird still. And then the worst thing that people do, like, especially, you'll catch them red-handed and you'll believe their lie. Oh, she's just a coworker and we're here by ourselves. Nobody else is around. None of the other coworkers. They all left earlier. The fuck? So that's why like things get a little weird real fast. And if at the end of the day, trust your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is trying to tell you something. Okay? Anyways, next question. Why do boys ghost but will still watch your Snapchat post? Because it's so easy to ghost. It's so easy to just stop talking to you, stop seeing you, compared to it's a lot harder to be like, hey, I'm not really into you, because some guys think that there's going to be a follow-up question. You're going to have to explain yourself. Excuse me. Like a lot of things like that. It's so much, but that's why they ghost. Like, let's be honest. It's so much easier to just stop talking to somebody than to have that conversation. But to me, it's so much better to have a conversation with somebody instead of just ghosting them, because I've done it before. Went on a date with a girl a few times, wasn't really vibing with her. We both said, hey, like, this ain't really, like, I'm not vibing, she's not vibing. Cool, we went our separate ways. And then if I see her, I still say what's up. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's no weird shit, because especially in a small town, or like if you guys, wherever you live at, you're gonna run into them, and then that shit's gonna be awkward. Because trust me, I've ghosted people, and then you run to the same event, and you're just like, this is fucking weird. You know, like, there's the whole, like, this is awkward, I don't want to be here. Or you're looking at, that guy ghosted me over there, oh wow, he's with another girl right now. You know, that's why ghosting is, obviously I can say whatever I want, right? I can be like, don't ghost, it's bad, but people are going to continue to do it. And if somebody ghosts you, don't go back to them. No matter what they say, don't go back to them. Okay, if they had the balls to ghost you, they're more than likely going to do it again. Okay. And if you went back after they ghosted you and they ghost you again, don't be coming back here and complaining. Don't be coming back here and complaining at all. Okay, because I'm going to be like, I told you so. Advice on moving on after 20 years together, going on 1 year not being together. Love your podcast, by the way. Thank you for checking out the podcast. Now, 20 years together and you've only been separated for 1 year, girl, you're not ready to be out there. 20 years is a long time. Okay, 20 years is a long time. And there's no right amount of time, but I feel like 1 year is not enough. That's a lot of time with somebody. Take a little bit more time. My longest relationship was 7.5 years, and I didn't even think about dating anybody until I think it was like almost 2 years later, right? It was a long time. I don't remember exactly, because I didn't know I was gonna be on TikTok live talking about this stuff. So like, it's not like I wrote it down, right? But I think that you need to take a little bit more time for yourself, because one, the dating scene out here is crazy, is wild. You know, there's a whole bunch of people not ready to commit. They're just wasting your time and stuff like that. So I just think, especially being with somebody for 20 years, taking some time for yourself. Take a couple years. Focus on you, and you'll see, like, find to be alone, like how to be alone. Start a side business, side hustle. Do things you couldn't do when you were in a relationship. Because the moment you start talking to somebody, now you have to invest time and effort into this person, or guess what? It's not going to work. Hey, gracias for the gift, girl. I see you, Rosa. I see you, girl. She's trying to get them cheeks clapped. I see you. It just might happen. You never know. Sending all those roses. I see you, girl. So I would say just take your time. Take your time. You know, no, don't rush into another relationship that's just going to break your heart again, and then you're back to square one. Okay, that's what I would recommend. Take some time, at least a couple years, especially since you've been with somebody for 20 years. 20 years, that's a long time, girl. Long time. All right, next question. I like this guy, but he only wants S and doesn't want a relationship because he has commitment issues. But I will only have S if he doesn't pursue other girls. How can I ask him not to see anyone else and make sure that works? Oh, girl, it's not going to work. Because you can tell him. Is he going to listen? Probably not. Okay. Because if you tell me, like, say I'm that guy, right? Hey, I don't want you to, yes, we can hook up as long as you don't pursue any other girl. You know what I'm going to say? Oh, don't worry, you're the only girl. I'm not going to pursue anybody else. Trust me. It's just you, baby girl. It's just you. Do you think I'm going to be like, nah, I'm going to still pursue other girls and I still want you? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, you can tell him. You can tell him whatever you want. Is he going to do it? That's up to that man. So you can bring it up, especially if he says that he doesn't want a relationship or anything like that, girl. You can tell him, hey, I don't want you to hook up with anybody else, but guess what? Is he going to listen? Probably not. He's going to tell you what you want to hear, though. That's for sure. He's going to be like, oh, don't worry, baby girl. You're the only one for me. I'm only pursuing you. And then be like, he'll get on his phone and message the other girl, be like, "Yo, you free this weekend?" In your face. So that's why, like, it's really hard because, yes, of course, there are some guys who will be like, "Oh yeah, like of course, just me and you. That's it. Like, I'm not trying to pursue anybody else. Like I'm not trying to do that." But then again, like, how do you know? You know. So, if you do catch him talking to other girls, if you do see him with other girls, that's your proof right there. Because you can tell him, and he's gonna agree with it. And if you happen to catch something else, trust me, girl, clearly he didn't agree. What does it mean if you can't stop biting your man, girl? You have a problem. Okay, it's not a chew toy. I mean, biting can be good, but like depends where you biting, because I did the whole TikTok, if you guys remember, where the girl was like trying to bite your boy down there and use teeth. That shit was not a vibe. That shit hurt. I didn't like it. I almost cried. No, I'm just joking. All right, next question. Will date someone 10 years older than you? Oh, will I date someone 10 years older than me? Now, I've never been in the position where that opportunity has presented itself. Does that make sense? I've never talked to somebody who was 10 years older than me and been like, "Yo, I kind of dig this person," right? So I don't know how I would react, if I would do it, if not, right? And because right now I can be like, "Nah, that ain't me." But what if you meet somebody and you're like, "Damn, this girl, I really vibe with this girl. I like this girl." Right? So that's why I say, I don't know. Like, if it happens, it happens. Cool. Like, age isn't just a number. Like, we say it all the time. But also pay attention to like what you're trying to do. I'm not saying for me, but if you're talking to a guy, say he wants kids and you're a little bit past that age, you think he's still not going to want kids anymore? Like, if that's in his head, he might go find somebody else that's going to give him kids. So you got to, that's why you have to have these conversations with them, because you have to find out what they want, what their intentions are, because they could just leave you because they're like, "Well, you can't have kids, so I'm just going to go with somebody who can have my kids," right? So like it gets really, it gets pretty crazy. But would I date somebody that's 10 years older? Yeah. Like if I was vibing into him, absolutely. Would I do 10 years younger? Probably not, because I'm 36 years old and girls under 30. I mean, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them, they still be immature. I need somebody who's experienced life. I need somebody who has been heartbroken. I need somebody who has been like, just been through life experiences, because then you can have great conversations and you can relate a lot to them. Okay. Compared to somebody who's like super young and hasn't really experienced life. Imagine you're their first serious boyfriend. Jesus Christ. I asked a guy what he likes during S, and he asked me, "What do I mean?" I was in shock. You should have been like, "Never mind, buddy. Never mind." Like it's so like, guys are so dumb sometimes. You clearly ask them, "Hey, what do you like in the bedroom?" And he's like, wait, what do you mean? Nothing, buddy. Nothing. And you shouldn't have to. I mean, it's good to know, but if he's super vanilla and you have to pry it out of him, I think that's a problem. Okay. All right, next question. Why is it that I always suck my boyfriend's, but he's only gone down on me the max 3 times out of a year, but I feel comfortable asking him, but I don't feel comfortable asking him to do it to me, just because if he wanted to, he would just naturally do it. Girl, see, like, this is what I'm saying. Your man is broken. Because someone like myself, for science purposes, if you need somebody to give you a good time, let me know, because I love it. That's a must for me. And a girl has to let me do it. Like that shit is like, I need to be suffocated, girl. I need the freaking waterfalls all over this face. I need this beard. That's how it gets thicker. Just moisturize, girl. I want to be wearing a life jacket because it's crazy down there, right? It's crazy wet, right? That shit turns me on. You turning, like, getting like that turns me on. Okay. And no, you shouldn't have to ask your person. Now, maybe stop doing it to him until he realizes, hey, she kind of likes it. Because if you really don't push it on him, because there's some guys who don't like to do it because to them it's just more of a chore because they don't get anything from it. But if that's something his girl needs, they should be wanting to do it. You know what I mean? It should be like, she really likes it. It really turns her on. So I'm going to do it for her. Right? And so I'm thinking maybe don't be doing it to him. That way he's learning, be like, oh shit, if I don't do it to her, she ain't gonna give me that. And I need that. So, and see, like when things like this happen, you should pay attention to stuff like this in the beginning, because I'm pretty sure in the beginning of your guys' relationship, he was the same way. You know, especially if he's vanilla. That's why I talked about that before. If they're vanilla in the beginning, what makes you think like 5 years later they're going to be better? If you didn't do anything to help coach them, teach them things you like, what makes you think they're gonna be better? If that's something you required, you should have required that in the beginning, because when they're trying to get to know you, trying to court you, trust me, they'll do whatever they can to court you. And if going down is that, guess what? They're going to do it a lot. They'll be like, oh no, I'm trying to get her to like me. Shit, like I need to do it because she loves it, right? What about when they don't want to do it to you? What about when they don't want to do it to you all the time? Girl, like I said, they broken, girl. I'm trying to do that shit every time, girl. I'm trying to make them waterfalls come out. I'm trying to make, I'm trying to make that cat do some things with his tongue. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it dance, girl. I'm trying to make the body shake. That's what I'm trying to do. Because, you know what I mean? Like, that shit gets me off, doing that to a girl. And so, and this is what I mean. Like, you need to pay attention to your person when you first hook up with them. Okay? Like, if they're not the Ferrari you're looking for, and you don't want to teach them how to be a Ferrari, you might want to go look somewhere else, because he going to be that Honda Civic, that 1993 Honda Accord. Okay? You just need to have that conversation with them. You know? Teach them early on. Don't be teaching them later on, like after they're comfortable. It's a little different then. It's a lot harder then too. No, I mean, what way they love doing it. Oh, girl, if they love doing it to you, girl, don't be complaining. Because there's some girls out here who don't love. I love to do it, and I'm pretty sure. Also, you have to make sure the guy's doing it right. Just because they love to do it doesn't mean they're doing it correctly. Because there's some people who don't know what the fuck they're doing down there, right? And it doesn't feel the greatest for the girl. And that's where the whole coaching, like slightly like motivating to do, hey, oh, I love it when you did this. I love it when you do this. You should do more of this. Instead of saying like, yo, buddy, shit suck. Do it like this. No, because then he's not, I ain't gonna fucking do it. She fucking told me I suck. So like that's why, like, slightly motivate, show them, put their hand, make them do it. Be like, oh, look here, do this, do that. You know, I love it when you do this. Like, it's slightly, because then he's gonna learn your spots. He's gonna learn what you like, and then guess what? He's gonna continue to do it, right? I just pay attention to the girl. You gotta I pay attention to body language. Oh, she moaned like this when I did this. Gonna keep doing that. Oh, she did this. The body moved and twitched when I did this. Then guess what? I'm gonna be doing more of that. If she's just like laying there and nothing's happening, don't do that. Right? You gotta pay attention to your person. You know, you gotta pay attention to that body language. So teach them in the beginning when they're in the position to be taught. If you wait 5 years down the road, it's gonna be a lot more difficult to teach them to be better at it. Because now they're gonna be like, girl, it's been 5 years. Now it's a problem. All right, we got 2 more questions. So I hooked up with this guy who supposedly separated from his chick. We hooked up just recently. I texted him once the next day, and it was weird vibe. It was weird. The vibe was off. We had passionate as, and we talked afterwards. After laying down, he got real deep into the conversation. Am I being clingy? No. You know what I think happened? You want to know what I think happened here? I think he told you that they were separated when clearly they were not separated, and he just wanted to hook up with you. He got it because his vibe changed after you guys hooked up. What? Like, did you say something wrong? No. You know what happened? You gave it up to him. He got what he wanted, and now mission accomplished. So he's regretting his actions. He could be regretting his actions. Now he's just like, oh shit, I actually went through with it. What if I get caught? What if you go tell her? You know, now I'm sure a lot of this stuff is going through his head. Maybe he's looking at his girl. Does she smell? Can she smell her? Like, did I make sure like I do this? Did I make sure I cleaned up? So to me, it just sounds like you might have been the side piece because after he got what he wanted, you know. And of course, in person, they're going to be lovey-dovey. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to get deep. But how come he's not like that when you're not there? Pay attention to that, girl. All right. Next question. Or the last question that I got. Messing with this guy for 2 years. Don't see him much. Always there when he needs something. Found ex stuff at his house, but won't admit she still lives there. Told him I'm going to pop in and have a... And had a fit. Swears he loves me, but nothing comes from it. I do more for him than he does. Girl, you answered your own question. I'm pretty sure his girl still lives there. You know, because if I'm with somebody and we separate, their shit is gone. You're not going to find their shit here anymore. After my last relationship, you guys know who I was with in my last relationship. If you don't know, sucks for you. She asked me to ship the stuff back. But then after I saw what was in there, I had purchased everything in there. I was like, oh, I'm shipping it back. Shipping it straight to the dumpster. And that's where all that shit went. Because, like, if you wanted it, come get your shit. Like, now not only did I buy everything in here, now you want me to ship it to you? Hell no, girl. We don't play. Hell no. Hell no. You want your shit? Come get it. I'm not going to ship it. But... regardless, I get rid of everything when I'm not with somebody because I wouldn't want you to go through that. I would not want to go to somebody, like say I'm talking to somebody and go to her house and all of a sudden she got all her ex's stuff there. I'd be like, why is his clothes still here? Why is this still here? Why is his fucking car in the garage? You know what I mean? Like, no. That's a no for me, dog. Like if I saw that, red flag. I'd be like, all right, this ain't, nope. She for the streets. And it should be for that, like your thought process too. Oh shit, there's a bunch of girl stuff here. He for the streets. And then dip out. No, because it's there for a reason. It just didn't mistakenly stay there. No. If they couldn't throw it away, if they couldn't give it back, there's a reason it's there. Okay. And you're doing more for him than he's doing for you. Pay attention, girl. Someone who's actually into you is going to be doing more for you than what you do for him because he's trying to court you. I think he's still with his ex and he just breadcrumbing you along, you know. That's what I think is happening. Give it to Goodwill? Hell no. Now you want me to waste my gas to go. No, I'm the king of fucking petty. Either you come get your shit. Like if it was her stuff that she purchased, I would have shipped it. No problem. I would have sent it. But after I looked inside the box and saw everything in there, everything I had bought, that shit was shipped straight to the dumpster. Because I was like, you want me to ship? And it was all new shit. It wasn't old stuff. It was all new shit in there. Like, it was like still in the wrapping shit and everything. And I was like, hold on, you want me to send you all this stuff so you could go wear this for another man? Hell no. I was like, I don't play like that. Hell no. So straight to the dumpster. Either you come and get it or you're going to the dumpster. I'm not gonna, not only did I pay for this shit, now you want me to pay to ship it to you? Come on now. What's up, bro? What's up, Rios? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Bobby, you looking so yummy as always. Gracias. I appreciate you, girl. She's trying to get them cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. Might just happen. Slide in those DMs. It might slide in you. But just finished all the questions for April. I know it took a little bit longer just because I did get suspended off TikTok for 10 days just because I said some shit and they are all sensitive about it. So I did get suspended for 10 days. So it did take a little bit longer to finish the questions. This live is going to go up on YouTube as well. But May is right around the corner. May is right around the corner. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do May's live, where you guys send in questions and then we answer them live just like this. So if you have not followed me on TikTok, or not TikTok, but IG, go follow me. Scar Talks or Scarface is my personal one. And I post them on both. I don't post it on the TikTok stories because you can't link it. So I'll post it saying like, hey, go ask questions on the IG. And so that's how like I'll announce it. And I only post it once on everyone. On Scar Talks, I only post it once. On Scarface, I only post it once. And I'll post it on my TikTok story only once. And so, like I said, May's coming around the corner. So definitely check it out. And May 1st, Naughty Science opens. Link is in the bio. If you sign up for the site, you're going to get a discount code right before grand opening. And you're only going to get that discount code if you sign up for the website. Okay. That's the only way you're going to get that discount code. It's for adult tools, adult restraints, I tried your Telegram. It doesn't work. I'm going to go and check the link because somebody else told me that the link is not working too. So give me a chance after I finish this. I'm going to go and check the link to see why it's not working. So definitely. And then if you haven't listened to today's podcast episode, definitely go listen to it. Okay. It's, things guys normally don't talk about. Hopefully send it to a guy. A guy's going through issues or problems, whatever. Share it to your story. Get more guys to listen to this stuff. Because guess what? It's at the end of the day, I'm hoping it's helping them, help you guys. Right? So, but again, Mondays and Thursdays I go live 8 p.m. Mountain Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be here again on Thursday, chant with you, Sucias. So tell your man whatever you need to tell him. You're gonna be with me. You're gonna be with me on Thursday. I'm that Sancho on Thursdays. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Your boy's the Sancho. Okay, I don't care what they say, even if they get mad. Anyways, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. So, all right, see you guys.